this day required a more specialized agent. For good reason, considering what was dealt with that day. I started with the standard procedure, as in getting the agents I wanted to work on certain abnormalities into position. And in welfare, I found out what this abnormality was. It was a darker version of a familiar story. Specifically, the Scarecrow from The Wizard of Oz. Which was a good thing that I didn't send anyone in there that was too intelligent. Because knowing this place, being too intelligent would be what triggers the Scarecrow into breaching. Well, that was the theory, at least. Thankfully, I had a recruit that didn't have too much prudence. So I could at least put it to the test. Also, there was at least one in control that needed to have their temperance trained up. The Scarecrow was searching for wisdom, yeah. At the time I thought as much. And he dealt white damage. Mostly because he attacked the mine. You know what? Considering that the warm-hearted woodsman was a similar dark take on, or rather the truth behind the Wizard of Oz, specifically the Tin Man, I wouldn't be surprised if the two of them decided to gang up on the lion, and where one takes the brain and the other takes the heart. Yeah, I know, dark, ain't it? But it certainly fit what we've been dealing with so far, wouldn't it? Let's just say it's a good thing that Dorothy did get home. Because if she didn't, well, she'd have probably been a target. And she's probably not only intelligent, but she's got a heart for the Tin Man to take. And the gift is an SP boosting bow. Well, bow tie. And apparently, even though there's common success chances with the rest, insight's the way to go. Although, probably wouldn't want to get to working with that agent at the end of this day. Well, the day you work on exclusively inside. Because That'd be a little too intelligent. Well, too intelligent for the Scarecrow to ignore. Yeah, basically, if you want to survive an encounter with that Scarecrow, you have to be some kind of idiot. Which meant I'd be doomed. I found out that getting a bad result and sending anyone in with Prudence level 2 would get the Quivov counter lured. And those that get killed, well, the Scarecrow would suck out their brain. And get healed. Yeah, that's right. And no, it's a straw golem, not a zombie. Zombies are reanimated corpses. The Scarecrow doesn't have any rotting human body in there. Well, except brains, of course. And the weapons are pitchfork. And the suit, not that bad. And next is an ordeal to deal with. Cheers for the start. Which is why I flushed the clowns out so they could be wiped out. As quickly as possible. And as each one was dealt with, I sent all the agents back to where I'd prefer them to be. So we could get back to standard procedure and get some training done, as well as make the Scarecrow's weapons. No, not that Scarecrow. Completely different. I mean, that one definitely has a brain. But the ranged one, yeah, but a brain nonetheless. Although his primary weapon, it wouldn't work on the Scarecrow down here. Because, well, it would require a respiratory system. Although he would make a great training dummy for the other Scarecrows who practice on. Or even him. The one who has to... the one who hunts him down. Oh, you know what I'm talking about. So I'm not gonna say explicitly who. I'll get back to you when the next ordeal. Let's skip to the ordeal. as nothing much of interest happens. After the first one. The next ordeal was another red one. Yeah. That mean more clowns. So once I was sure everyone was ready, it was time to deal with the Crimson Noon. The harmony of the skin. Located in a convenient place. Disciplinary. I just needed to locate where the clowns appeared in. They appeared in convenient places for once. Well, two of them anyway. Third one needed a little more distance to get to. And while the others were dealing with the yeah, things were going a bit quick. Once they dealt with the others, I had the agents back to where I needed them. I think you know how this works by now. Later on, it got a whole lot worse. And no, I'm not talking about the Scarecrow breaching. Thankfully, I had enough foresight to work out based on the little info that was on the abnormal selection to correctly guess what would be needed to minimize the chances of the Scarecrow getting out. Besides, I didn't have a flamer, so it'd make taking it out difficult. Well, more so. Let's just see what this dusk ordeal would be. Unless you want me to talk about all the minute details, all the abnormalities worked on, and the equipment made. Well, not all of it was made at this point, but it would be by the time this day was over. By this point, the amber dusk was approaching. All the pitchforks were made. They were just the suits to make. But I doubt that they'd all be made by the time the worms appeared. Yeah. Deformed clowns, giant worms, robots, and hentai. Whoever sent them, or whatever sent them, they clearly didn't want this company to deal with what it's been dealing with. I mean, in an ordinary scenario, it would be called aggressive tactics, but considering that the expression job security down here is comical. I wasn't sure what was normal anymore. At this point, I got all the agents to the elevator shafts. Yeah, the elevator shafts are the safest places for the agents to be. That, and I could get to using shield bullets much easier. More be given it. And the more protected, well, the less likely they'd be to get killed. Only one suit from Scarecrow Searching for Wisdom was left unmade, but I'd have to wait for that, considering food chain was here. I decided to send as many as I could to deal with the giant worms that appeared all over the facility. And destroy them. There are only two facing the right direction. If there were any worms that were facing the right direction, I sent the agents to deal with them, although with red damage shields, considering that the smaller worms were spawning from the bigger ones. Although there was the near miss with the one working on Old Lady. Considering that one was on was about to get eaten. Thankfully, the red damage shield lasted long enough. And thankfully, there was an acceptable risk. If they were close to where the agents were, it was an acceptable risk to try and take them out. Especially with how damaging the agents could be. Even though I couldn't deal with that worm right away, it'd be severely weakened. At that point, I could finish the job in security. As for the one welfare, well, I had strong agents to deal with that one. Once all the worms in one corridor was dealt with, it wasn't a good idea to linger, in case more returned from outside the corridor. At this point, only one remained. Well, one group of them. And they were in the right place. The right place to get wiped out. And the next ordeal was a green midnight. And we know what that involved, don't we? Well, it'll have some subtle variations, but before that, there was some works to do. And all the equipment from the Scarecrow to make. So, you're big on musical theater. Well, what you do during your time off, I don't even know. If that's what you like listening to when you're outside of working hours, go right ahead. Yeah. Standard procedure was the last helix, which was basically one big green death beam. Those without very short-range weapons, well, they should just zerg it to death. Although they'd probably need some stronger weapons to deal with it, considering that it's halfway before the beam goes halfway, forcing me to, well, need to recall them before the death beam gets to them. Yeah, I set it to double speed, so I didn't have to worry about waiting too long. That sounds like a Beach Boys song. Probably was. Once the beam had passed a certain point, I decided to have the agents that weren't too short range to finish the job. Because I correctly guessed that it'll take it a little while for the death beam to cool down. Not quickly enough, as the last helix was no more. I wouldn't be surprised if a rogue AI was responsible for these. The kind that wants to wipe out humanity, like a certain sci-fi movie. Yeah, that one. All the suits from Scarecrow needed to be made, and then a few more works, and then I'd call it a day. A lot happened this day. And a lot of progress was made. I really needed to increase the temperance of that agent. As for Camber, the one who is enchanted by the red shoes, why him? Those shoes probably wouldn't fit him. Unless... No, I'd rather not take that chance. I didn't then. Thankfully, talking him out of it was the right strategy. And I took a risk working on our room, considering what would happen if a good or bad enough results occurred. And another was attracted to the parasite tree. Not that it mattered that much, it'd be cleared off at the end of the day. And I wouldn't be having too many works after the last few. It was just a matter of choosing the last words. Well, there's some that needed more temperance, so I thought, why not? Even though there's a chance of a gift that lowered the work speed and success rate, but increased SP. Before ending the day, I decided to read up on this, and it was certainly dark reading. The Scarecrow took up crude surgery. And the Land of Oz. Not as bright as you'd think it'd be. I wouldn't want to know what the winged monkeys were like. Based on warm-hearted woodsmen and the Scarecrow searching for wisdom. On day 32, Angela talks about racial suicide despite civilization and technology. Apparently we beheaded the hero with our own hands. And I thought, things are dark, but they weren't that dark. Yeah, a lot of things happened, a lot of things have changed. Not necessarily for the better. Yeah, even A turned from a healer to a creator. Yeah. Apparently, he lost someone. And he didn't take it that well. And it had an effect not just on him. Let's just say that much. It didn't happen overnight, but it happened. Apparently created something. I could guess what. Oh yeah, the disease of mankind. She mentioned that. Or was it her? Might have been thinking of someone else. And he needed guidance, and he didn't trust humans. And I could guess which machine he trusted. Apparently he didn't like this machine. And he wanted wings that allow him to escape the pits and reach the heavens. And this machine turned out to be Angela. That must have been complicated. She might not be the Wicked Witch of the West, but the abnormality on day 32, well, she'd have some similarities, as I would find out on that day. But let's take a break before I go over that bit.